I got a new transmission in this truck. So it went from super sloppy like your mom to incredibly tight like my sister. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dan here, Dan's Vlog Trucking. Make sure you check out my other channel, Dan's Vlog, where I teach you guys how to make money cutting grass, pressure washing houses, pressure washing driveways and sidewalks. Hell, you don't even need a pressure washer. I show you guys how to pressure wash without a pressure washer. I'll link to that channel up here. That's my original Dan's Vlog channel. I think you guys will enjoy it. But you're here on this channel because the title said, how to get your CDL license. And I'm going to tell you guys something, and it's heartbreaking. I guess it's necessary, but it's not right for me to say that, because I did it the way that they say you can't do it. And I'm not going to sit here and say, good, I'm glad you can't do it that way anymore. Because that's like making all your money and then changing the rules and nobody else can make money, you know? That's just crap. So, or changing the laws, writing legislation, you know? Tax the rich after you get rich. I mean, and then you're not taxed anymore because you're under a different pay scale with whatever. It's not income now. It's, you know what I'm talking about. And Congress does it all the time. However, that's not what this video is. This video is about how to get your CDL license. Unfortunately, pretty much the only way you can get your CDL license now in America, nationwide, is you have to go to truck driving school. I don't know if they lobbied the National Transportation Safety Board to make them pass that rule, or the FMCSA, or what. But it used to be like me, you can go and take a written test and get your permit, okay? And passing the written test is easy. Go to any site on YouTube and just do the current year, do your current state CDL Class A practice exam. You'll find about 4 or 5 versions on YouTube from maybe the same company, maybe the same channel, I mean, or maybe not. Memorize them. Just go over the video, listen to the question, listen to the answer 5 or 6 times until you know the answer to every question without hesitation. Do that with 4 or 5 different videos and go take your written exam. That's too easy. Unfortunately, you can't get your driving test done now, the actual hands-on driving, without having a certain amount of hours with a qualified instructor. So possibly you can go to a job like, I don't know, Swift or something, where they have qualified instructors, and you might be able to team drive or go to a school they have somewhere in Middletown, America, and they might be able to do that. But then you're going to owe that company, you know, 6 months or a year of your life or something like that, or maybe even more. But if you're just out here on your own and you're like, hey, I want to start driving dump trucks, or hey, I want to start doing something, I want to haul containers out of the port and start making, you know, $1,000 a week for a company, okay. Unfortunately, you can't just jump in a truck with somebody and drive with your permit, learn how to drive, and then go do the test. You have to get a certain amount of hours, and it pretty much forces you to have to go to a school, and those schools are going to cost you anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000, and you're going to be pretty much guaranteed to pass, because that's their job, is to pass you. You know, they're not going to get students if they have a reputation of taking your money and failing you. So they're going to pass you. You're going to get passed. You're going to get signed off, and you're going to get your license. But you're going to be in debt. You can get student loans, but you got to pay it back. If you have the Montgomery GI Bill, then you might be able to use that to go to that type of vocational training. But, or if you marry somebody and they got the GI Bill, they can transfer it to their spouse and you can get that training. But the days of just being able to jump in a truck, drive until you're ready, schedule your appointment, take that truck, and go pass your test, that shit's over. So that's the deal there. But to answer your question, how to get your CDL license, the first thing you got to do is you got to go get that paper license. You got to go get the permit. And for that, you could just take the practice exams like I said. So sorry to break it to you, but that's it. So in your area, start looking around for CDL school, truck driving schools and stuff like that. Be super careful getting snookered into companies giving you training, because then you're going to owe them your life for a while. And believe me when I tell you, you're at the bottom of the barrel. You're going to be gone for a long time away from home. So if you're trying to do like day work like I do and you're home every night with your family, then you're going to probably have to go to truck driving school. Once you graduate school, it's going to be very difficult for you to get a job somewhere with any major company that's going to provide you good pay and benefits, because they're pretty much all going to require a year or two experience. So you're going to end up getting kind of a crappy job for a little while, driving a crappy truck, and hopefully you'll get your paycheck every week, or you might have to send your cousin Vinny over to break some legs, but you're going to have to do what you got to do to get the experience, and after a year, you know, you can start dropping resumes at different places and stuff like that. So me, I had my Class A out of truck driving school back in '89, and then I drove trailers for Coca-Cola, and then I ended up letting my license go when I joined the military, went overseas and all that, moved. It was a Florida license. I moved to Georgia, and I just let my CDL go because I'm like, whatever, I don't need it. Well, when I got out of the military, I decided I wanted to drive some more, and I had a nice lawn business and my YouTube channel and everything over on that side of the house at Dan's Vlog, but I wanted more. I wanted benefits, taxes, 401k, and I wanted to give my body a break because cutting grass every day was really starting to hurt. And so I went and I got my Class B license, and I did it just like I told you guys. I studied online for a long time, probably 2 weeks, memorized a bunch of crap, went and took the written exam, and drove with a company as a Class B driver. I rode passenger, and then I drove with somebody that was legal to drive with, because they have to be licensed in the vehicle that you're driving in. So I had my Class B permit, so I drove garbage trucks and roll-off trucks, and then I went and I took my test, and so I had my Class B license. And so then I was able to go and work with Atlantic Waste, hauling the roll-off containers, and that was cool. And then, you know, I got a job with Blue Max dump trucks because I like dump trucks. And then from Blue Max to Sweet Gravy. Sweet Gravy got bought out by where I am now, and here I am. But now I'm in an 18-wheeler, and I'm not in a Class B. So I did the same thing last year in, probably February, March of last year. I went and I did my permit for Class A. You still keep your Class B. You can still drive a Class B. But I went and I did my permit for Class A, passed it, and then I drove this truck for about 2 weeks, scheduled my appointment, did the driving test, passed it, got my Class A license. So here I am. I got my Class A license. So a little bit of experience I'll share with you is I got my license, and I expected a nice raise, and I didn't get one. And I wasn't happy about that because I'm like, you know, I went from a Class B to a Class A. This is inherently more dangerous. There's far more responsibility. And I'm making more value for the company, hauling more material per trip. So why wouldn't I get a raise? I mean, why would I get the same pay as somebody who just walked in the door to drive a straight dump truck when I'm driving an 18-wheeler? And I was also driving the concrete pumper. And that's a big money maker for the company, and a lot of responsibility, and it's a trained craft. You don't just throw somebody in a concrete pump-off truck, you know, the concrete powder, and say bye. You know, you could screw some crap up. And they didn't want to pay me. So I looked for other work just to see what other options are out there, but I knew not to burn my bridges here. And without having at least a year of Class A experience, driving a tractor trailer, nobody would look at me. They wouldn't touch me. And So you're going to have that problem as a new driver, and so you just have to expect it. So I sucked it up, and I stayed here. 9 months later, I got the raise, the standard raise that everybody got. I got the raise. I'm making a little bit more money. The hours are plentiful. The benefits are incredible. I would still like to make more money, so I'm always looking. I'm always thinking my options are always available. I'm not locked in. There's no contract. I'm not locked in here, but I'm also in no rush to go anywhere. It would have to be an unbelievable opportunity, and I'm not one to believe that the grass is greener on the other side, because this company's not going anywhere, and we can have a recession from all hell. My job's secure. I will still be working every day. This job is not going anywhere. And there's people that have been hired after me. So if something were to happen with any type of layoffs or position change, it would be affected to them first before me anyway. So, I'm kind of glad things worked out the way they did work out, but my options are still open. But still, even with a year and a month or two, a year and 2 months of driving a 18-wheeler, I'm very limited as to where I can go. Now, on top of that, my license, I also have tanker endorsement, so I can haul liquid. I also have doubles and triples, so I can haul 2 and 3 trailers. But those guys work nights. The tandem trailer drivers that you see, line haul, from this place, like say Savannah to Jacksonville and back, they usually are at night. And then you get to where you're going and, drop off the trailer at 5 o'clock in the morning. The guys in the warehouse unload it, put it on the little pup trailers, and the day crew comes in 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and they turn around and take them and start delivering throughout the day. So that's night shift. I don't want to work night shift, so I'm not going to do that. But I do have that endorsement. I also passed the hazmat test, so I could also haul gasoline and diesel. But guess what? They want 2 years experience, and it's like, okay, well, I only have 14 months experience driving Class A. Now, I did drive tanks back then, I drove Class A back in the 90s for Coca-Cola, but that was so far ago, it's not recognized. So it's like, they want like 2 years experience in the past 5 years or something like that. It's weird how they do it, but so basically, I'm stuck where I'm at, but not really. I just don't believe the grass is greener, so I'm not going anywhere. I mean, I could get a job. I could haul containers out of the port right now. I can haul propane right now. They'll hire you in the straight jobs, but they only pay like 18, 19 bucks an hour, believe it or not. And screw all that. That ain't enough. I ain't doing that crap. Boy, these people just want to play chicken with the big truck, don't they? Jesus. Oh, we'll stop here. Try to let it bounce back a little bit so I can get the trigger. So that's the deal with trying to get your Class A CDL. Basically, it boils down to you need to go to truck driving school if you want to do your own thing. Otherwise, look for a company, talk to the recruiter, see what they offer, see what the contract is, what are you signing up for, what's the equipment like, what's your home time, and get it all in writing. Those are your 2 options. And that's it. So best of luck to you with that. I hope that works out really good. And, I will try, if I can, I'll try to find some of the links of the videos that I studied to get my test, to get my paper test, and see if that helps you guys out. Oh, I just left a bucket of metal on the ground. The stick got hung up. New transmission. It's tight. I got a new transmission in this truck. So it went from super sloppy like your mom to incredibly tight like my sister. And I don't have, anyways. And so I'm like learning how to drive all over again. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But anyways, here we go. I-95 southbound from Richmond Hill Brunswick.